Hey, Chuck Baldwin supporters like me, welcome. This is Jabi.com. Just another bright idea, Jabi. Jabi.com. The virtual front porch. Come share your common sense. This is a virtual front porch for Chuck Baldwin supporters to discuss ideas about how to further the causes that we believe in. If this is your first visit, welcome. I saw the internet back in '95. I realized it would do two things: connect people to people and people to information. That's what we're doing right here. We're Chuck Baldwin supporters. We do like him. If you've never seen this video here that Chuck Baldwin is in, it's called Restoring the Republic. Come on over to Jabi.com, take a look at it. It's just like, I think, the number one video that you could share with your friends and family about what's going on.
I've said all over the country that I believe that we have far more to fear from Washington, D.C. than we do from Tehran or from Afghanistan or some other foreign entity. The Founding Fathers recognized that, and I think that we need to start recognizing it again today. The potential for tyranny, usurpation of power, etc., is far greater from the central government in D.C. than it is from any foreign entity.
Boy, that's the truth, huh? That's why we love Chuck Baldwin, because he talks about so much truth. You really need to listen to the whole thing. The first thing you'll find out about Chuck Baldwin, he's a pastor, a Christian pastor. He believes that Jesus saves. Not always with one S, but that's just what happened to be available when we got this domain name, JesusSaves with one S.com. Online Christian community since 1995, proclaiming the good news of Jesus Christ, promoting unity and truth in the body of Christ. The number one question is, what is salvation? Why did Jesus say, "Ye must be born again"? What's he mean by that? Well, you can come on over here to the salvation page. You can watch a whole bunch of different videos. You can do some Bible studies, that type of thing. If you're on Facebook, look us up. We're JesusSaves.com. On Facebook, we share some positive memes, a few videos, that type of thing. You can share them too. I'd love to see you there. We are, at JesusSaves.com has had the entire King James Version of the Bible online since 1995. This is like Wikipedia. Jabi.com is like Wikipedia, but better, because I don't think you can put a video on Wikipedia. I don't think they allow that. Look at here.
Unto Jesus be all glory, honor, and...
You can look up some good videos there. You can do some Bible studies, like put on the full armor of God. The other thing that Chuck Baldwin is he's into politics, just a little bit, kind of like me. We agree on one thing, for sure, that the Declaration of Independence, written in 1776, is quite true. All men are created equal. All men, red, yellow, black, white, Asians, Africans, Texans, Missourians, rich, poor, we are all created equal. We're all created by God. That's why we're Christian. We believe that. All men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. That means you can't give them away unless maybe you violated the rights of somebody else. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You're not guaranteed happiness, but you are guaranteed the pursuit of happiness. The government's not going to make you happy. That's not their job. To secure the above stated rights, governments are instituted among men. These governments derive their just power from the consent of the governed. And right now, they have assumed a lot more than just their just powers. So what we need to do as the governed, the creators of the government, is take our consent away and put them back in their place. On the Liberty Bell is a very important Bible verse. It says, proclaim socialism throughout the land to all, no, wait a minute. It says, proclaim neoconservatism throughout the land to all, no, wait a minute. It says, proclaim liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants thereof. That's Leviticus 25:10. It is the inscription on the Liberty Bell. So, hey, let's go spread this good news to all the inhabitants of the land. You, me, friends, family, everybody else. The Constitution was written to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense. Does not say we're supposed to be the policemen of the world, does it? Promote the general welfare, and that's not the welfare system as we know it. And to secure the blessings of socialism liberty to ourselves and our posterity. We do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. A Bill of Rights tells us what our rights are, and it does not create our rights. It doesn't give us our rights. The government doesn't give us our rights. Those are given to us by God. And the government is supposed to protect our rights. They're not doing a very good job of it. In fact, they're chipping away piece by piece, little by little, with our rights. You're going to find some things about politics that maybe you didn't know. If you've never studied in depth the Constitution, we have a 43-part Constitution class by a Libertarian Party candidate. Michael does an excellent job of waking people up and telling people like it is. Do you understand money? Ron Paul, if you supported him, talked a lot about money. You can find out about central banks. Jesus only got mad one time and took force with people, and that was when he threw out the money changers. And that's what we need to do, because they are creating a new world order. It is an inconvenient fact that there is a concerted effort to remove our national sovereignty and create a new world order. Chuck Baldwin talks about that quite a bit in his videos and on his posts. They do use a lot of different techniques. There's several different groups and they overlap. The Council on Foreign Relations, the United Nations, the Trilateral Commission, North American Union, the Bilderbergs, the Illuminati, did I mention that? They're all different groups of the same group, but they all have different jobs to do. The Council on Foreign Relations, if you've never read The Hard Road to New World Order, to World Order, then you need to take a look at it, because here's what they're doing in it. The House of World Order will have to be built from the bottom up, not from the top down. An end run around national sovereignty, eroding it piece by piece, will accomplish much more than the old-fashioned frontal assault. That means they are sneaking it in. And you know what? We're seeing it right now. This was written in 1974. This is 2015. And they are in their end game, folks. Time to wake up and smell the roses. A lot of the dynasties that are going on right now have been around a while. Prescott Bush helped Hitler get in power. He was also the treasurer of the first Planned Parenthood in 1947. That's the grandfather of G.W. and Jeb Bush. So why do we have a Nazi collaborating family being presidents of the United States? It just makes no sense. As you look down that rabbit hole, it is deep. There is much to learn. The more you learn, the more you understand that you don't know. You will never know everything. There's a few people that you need to study. Chuck Baldwin mentions a lot of these things in his different videos and such. Another thing you're going to find out is the thing that you might be looking at is because of economic collapse or who knows what. Maybe you need to be a little bit more self-sufficient. Maybe you need to take a look at your life. What can I do to become a little bit more self-sufficient in case of an emergency or turmoil? You can maybe raise some chickens. I got 6 eggs for my chickens today. If I do that twice in a row, guess what? I got a dozen eggs. Fresh. 2-day-old eggs. 1-day-old eggs. You can find out about raising chickens on Jabai.com. I'd like you to create a hometown page for your hometown, connecting people to people. That would be the people in your hometown. So you create a homepage, and then you can create anything you want about your hometown. Local politics, church pages, radio, whatever. I don't care. Just do it. This is something that Chuck Baldwin supporters could do. And then your friends and family can look at your pages, come create your very own virtual front porch, and tell the things that you like. World's Easiest Home Pages, you can tell your religious beliefs. You can link to the pages that are already here. We have 5,000 pages on Jabai.com. They've been looked at since 2012. Like I say, we've been around since 1995, but since 2012, these pages have been looked at 29 million times. That's 23,000 a day. Not too bad for a little video website that doesn't really advertise. We can create forums, blogs, articles, a whole lot of different things. Come on over and check us out. Some of our most popular pages this past week, I'll show you here real quick, would be most viewed objects in the last 7 days. Homepage is always number 1. ABC, have a garden. Matthew 21. Exodus 22. Psalms about Alex Jones, outdoors business. CFR members of the mainstream media. There is just so much to learn. And as you learn, if you can make some of these pages better, hey, do it. It's a wiki, like Wikipedia, only better because you can put videos. You can put links to any place that you want. You can say anything you want about anything. As long as you don't attack another person, then that's great. But hey, Chuck Baldwin supporters, come on over. Take a look around. I don't have time to go into everything that's available on this website.